July 10, 2025, a betrayal so vile, it could only happen behind closed doors. While RFK Jr. was on vacation, the FDA sneak-approved a new Moderna COVID shot. Not for adults, not for the healthy, for immunocompromised children, 6 months to 11 years old. No public debate, no medical ethics review, just a silent surgical strike against the most vulnerable. And the man who exposed it? Dr. Robert Malone? This isn't just corruption, it's biological warfare. And tonight, we rip the mask off. How they did it? Step 1. Wait for RFK to leave. Pharma operatives tracked his calendar, knew he'd be gone between 5th and 9th of July. Step 2. Fast-track the approval, by using loopholes buried in FDA's emergency use. No independent safety review. No vote, just 3 pharma-linked signatories, as leaked via HHS whistleblower. Step 3. Target the weakest. These weren't healthy children. They were those deemed at increased risk. The term sounds clinical, cold. But the truth? These are immunocompromised minors. Children who are medically fragile, biologically vulnerable, and statistically more prone to severe adverse effects from experimental therapies. Why these kids, you may ask? Because if they can inject the fragile, they can inject anyone. And this is the demographic they chose to hit again. Just as confusion, outrage, and suspicion were beginning to spread like wildfire through the Make America Healthy Again movement, with activists, parents, doctors, and even staunch RFK allies asking in disbelief if he had caved, Dr. Robert Malone stepped forward. The Dr. Robert Malone, the inventor of mRNA technology turned dissident, and delivered the truth with the force of a loaded dossier. He dropped the truth bomb. RFK wasn't consulted, this was a coup. Translation: the FDA is still under the control of the pharma cartel. And this move? A test to see if they could bypass reform? But they didn't count on what came next. When RFK Jr. returned, he didn't delay. He didn't write a blog post. He didn't issue a lukewarm internal memo. He didn't hold a meeting. He held a reckoning. Chief of Staff fired on the spot. Top health deputy terminated, who later rammed her car into RFK's motorcade in rage. Probably out of frustration of losing out on a future big pharma job. This isn't politics. This is internal war. RFK Jr. understood instantly that the move had been planned. Every official who took part, hid information, or enabled this deception must be terminated, investigated, and banned from ever working in public health again. And every single one of them must disclose, publicly, which big pharma companies are already lining up post-government job offers. RFK Jr. and Dr. Robert Malone are not just leaders, they are defenders of truth, protectors of medical ethics, and last lines of resistance against an industry that has learned to kill with a white coat and a press release. This isn't about health, it's about who controls your body, you or a syndicate of criminals. RFK Jr. and Malone are already fighting for a greater cause, but this isn't their fight, it's yours. The purge has begun. The question is, will you stand with them?